We are here live at Copa, Virginia in the cash prize absolute division in the semifinals. We have Gabriel Almeida pulling guard in the red and black, and we have Will Merino in the competitor band on top here.
Now we saw both these guys win by submission in their first round in this cash prize division tournament.
Yeah, pretty dominantly from both guys. We just recently saw Gabriel Almeida in the Copa Elite Series winning the absolute division at Copa Elite 3. So I'll be curious to see if he can repeat that performance here at the cash prize division at Copa, Maryland. Sorry, Copa, Virginia. Gabriel Almeida here playing a nice inside half guard, butterfly knee shield half guard. And Merino trying to cartwheel pass around, gets caught up in Gabriel Almeida's closed guard here.
Almeida climbing that guard up, keeping Will's head down. Will playing the smart move here and trying to clear some space, get himself some posture, potentially let himself get some momentum by getting grips here.
Yeah, good. We know how quick Gabriel Almeida is for this size, and so I think Merino knows that going in. Merino's, watched his matches and very much knows who he is, and so probably does not want to overextend himself and give Almeida the great opportunity to scramble, because Almeida is such a good scrambler here, and so playing that heavier, slower pace on top is probably tactically the right decision here.
And Will does have weight on Almeida here, which is a factor in any match.
Yeah, especially when you come into the absolutes.
And it's smart for Will to play into that extra weight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Keep the pace down a little bit, allow himself to be on top and build up some pressure. That's the ideal strategy here for Will.
Yeah, Merino is incredibly difficult to sweep to. He uses that weight so well. We've watched him do it, in the DC Nova area for years. Every time that Gabriel Almeida looks to kind of collect a shoulder and modify a hip bump here, Merino pulls up, gets the posture up, pushes him down.
Score is 0-0 with 0 ads on the board with 5 minutes left.
Yeah, still very much anyone's match here.
Almeida trying to get some kind of grip going here, and that's really what he needs to do in order to take advantage of this closed guard situation. Will playing the smart game, keeping himself some distance. Almeida's able to pull Will down there for a quick second, but Will clearing that space. Quick attempt to reach back, potentially trying to open up Almeida's guard from Will, allows Almeida to pull the posture back down again. Ref encouraging some action with a double stalling call here.
And Merino shakes his head. He recognizes.
Both athletes picking up the pace here.
Yeah, that's part of the game. Again, especially when there's money on the line, these competitors want to use the full depth of the rules, and if that means that certain sections taking that penalty as you feel out your opponent, that is a tactic that we see employed in the rule set.
Especially when you know that it's going to be a double penalty. It's there's still risks involved with that, especially as you progress through the match. But in these early stages, with a couple minutes left on the clock, taking that double penalty is sometimes the right thing to do.
Yeah, it plays into the tactics of the match. But you can see Gabriel Almeida looking for that hip bump sweep, but Merino's doing a really good job of getting nice and high up. Merino goes back to his feet now, clears the collar tie from Gabriel Almeida. I'm curious to see if we're going to see Gabriel Almeida try to wrestle up here, or we're going to see another cartwheel pass attempt from Will Merino.
Merino enters in, brings his hip a little closer, allows Almeida to enter into this half guard position where I think that he's going to be happier and more able to work.
Yeah, again, when you have a larger competitor like Merino on top, the closed guard can sometimes be really difficult, especially with someone as diligent as posture control as Merino. The half guard lets you off balance a little more and gives you a little bit more more mobility as the guy in the bottom to get things going. Nice inside butterfly hook from Gabriel Almeida. Starts to work off to the side of Will Merino, looking potentially for a back take or a modified triangle here.
A triangle would be potentially pretty challenging to hit on a guy with Merino's size and posture abilities. Yeah. We end up back in the closed guard here.
Pretty significant effort there from Merino to get out of that. You can see him kind of breathing a little heavy here on top, but again, maintaining that consistent high posture that's forcing Almeida to try to bring him back down repeatedly. Merino reaching back, opening up the closed guard, putting the hand on the hip. Potentially going to see either him try to slide a knee cut through again, or maybe, again, see that cartwheel we saw him try to throw earlier.
Almeida keeping the forward pressure going here.
2 minutes left on the match. 1 negative for each athlete. Even on all other scores.
Almeida getting that overhook, using it to his advantage, climbing on top, ends up in mount.
Really nice lever sweep reversal there. Almeida's going to get 2 for the sweep and is going to get 4 for the mount. Now looking for a head and arm from top position. Really heavy crossface here in Will Merino. Will Merino's doing a good job of pushing his inside arm across, trying to prevent the head and arm from happening, but Almeida's being very diligent with his hip positioning and his head pressure to try to keep that elbow down.
Merino escaped his arm, but Almeida taking advantage of that space to grab a key lock.
Yeah, we're going to go back. Almeida's now in the half guard looking to pass. Really heavy head pressure there. Sliding back up into the mount again. Merino does a good job of not giving up his back, but is going to get scored on 4 more points for preventing that.
Almeida doing a really nice job using that shoulder crunch position to pass there. Climbing that arm underneath Will's shoulder again, potentially looking to start attacking that head and arm again.
Yeah, we know how good of an armbar Gabriel Almeida has and how good of a head and arm he has. So him looking for either of those wouldn't surprise me. But also, with 37 seconds left in the match, it also would not surprise me for him to just maintain dominant position and sort of ride the rest of the match out here. He is up 13 points, so at this point, there's really no big point for him to overextend, especially when he does have another match after this for the finals, if he's able to take this.
Exactly, and that's something that he needs to consider, and we always need to consider, is how many more matches do we have in the tournament? Because you're looking to win the whole tournament, not just this match. With him up 13-0, 12 seconds left on the clock. Will doing an excellent job keeping the fight up, attempting to grab those frames.
Yeah, the only guy we've seen Gabriel Almeida unable to submit in a good amount of time here in the Copa series. Gabriel Almeida takes this 13-0, moves on to the finals match here at the Copa Virginia Cash Prize Absolute Division.